You know, many of us on the First Coast are getting ready for the 4th of July ahead of the nation's 250th birthday. And most of us will enjoy fireworks, grills, and backyard celebrations. But safety needs to be top of mind, folks.
Freya Brar is on your side and on the side of our building with JFRD to highlight what you need to know before you light the fuse.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Chief Damien Bell is joining us this morning to share some of those fire safety tips with us. Chief, we want to understand a little bit about what people need to keep in mind when they're lighting up fireworks, because I know a lot of people like to fire some of their own stuff in their neighborhoods instead of going to those public shows, though those are normally the safer options. But if they do decide that they want to do that at home, what is maybe the first step they should keep in mind when lighting that fuse?
Well, the first step is making sure you're going by the manufacturer's recommendations. Second, you want to make sure that only adults are using the fireworks, right? And the adults that are using the fireworks, you want to make sure that they are sober.
Absolutely. Make sure that they're sober and that you're prepared to use the fireworks responsibly. And also, if you have a fire that does spark up on accident, what should you do to make sure that you put it out, and when should you call 911?
Well, if you're going to use consumer grade fireworks, you should have a water source, right? You should have either a water hose, fire extinguisher, or maybe even a 5-gallon bucket to ensure that if something sparks up, you're able to put it out.
Right. And then for those folks that want to do any fun outdoor activities during the daytime, like grilling or even fire pits in the evening, making sure that they don't spark up any fires out in the public areas or even their neighborhoods, right? I know the grills that we use here at home or in our back patios are a little bit different than the ones that we see down at the public parks and such. What are the differences that people need to keep in mind between using the dope?
Well, the main difference is whether or not the ones that are in the public parks or in your apartment complex, that they're cleaned, right?
Yeah.
Because if they're not cleaned after the use, they're going to have a lot of buildup, and those buildups can cause flare-ups. So you want to make sure that it is clean, no different than when you would clean your own before you get started.
Absolutely. Also, it's kind of gross if you get that buildup there in your food, right? You don't want to have a nasty food poisoning after the weekend, right? We'll check in with you in a little bit again. But for now, thank you so much, Chief Damien Bell. And live in our back patio, Faria Alper, First Coast News, on your side.